in the heart of Lahore, where the old city's whispers dance with the winter foe, a young woman named Zara found herself walking home much later than usual. The once familiar streets, now shrouded in a thick, chilling mist, felt alien and menacing. Each flicker of the old street lights seemed to cast longer, more grotesque shadows. And the cold wasn't just in the air, it was a creeping dread that settled deep in her bones. Every sound, the distant bark of a dog, the rustle of unseen things, made her heart pound against her ribs. She quickened her pace, her white dress a ghostly smear against the gloom, praying for the familiar sight of her doorstep. But tonight, the fog held more than just cold and shadows. A sudden, unnatural stillness descended, silencing the city's nocturnal hum. A feeling of being watched, a prickling sensation on the back of her neck, made her stop. Slowly, she turned. Through the swirling gray, a figure materialized. It was impossibly tall, a silhouette of pure darkness that seemed to drink the faint light. 2 points of crimson light glowed where its eyes should be, burning with an ancient, terrifying intensity. It was a Jinn, a creature from Tallies meant to scare children, now standing before her, real and malevolent. A scream caught in her throat as primal fear paralyzed her. Breaking from the spell of terror, Zara ran. She didn't know where, just away. Her lungs burned, her legs screamed in protest, but the image of those glowing red eyes propelled her forward. She darted down a narrow, forgotten alley, her only thought to find shelter. Any shelter. An old, dilapidated house loomed out of the fog, its door hanging ajar. Without a second thought, she slipped inside, slamming the rickety wooden door shut behind her. The air inside was thick with the dust of decades, tasting of decay and forgotten memories. A single, forgotten candle on a ledge provided a weak, trembling light, its flame dancing nervously as if it too felt the fear that had entered with her. The door rattled in its frame, a desperate, rhythmic shaking that wasn't caused by the wind. He moved with a horrifying grace, his red eyes fixed on her. The silence was broken by a voice, a soft, resonant whisper that was more chilling than any shout. The words, "A bizarre proposal from a nightmare," broke her. Tears streamed down her face as she found her voice a mix of defiance and despair. "Manhoos Jinn, mera picha choro." Cursed Jinn, leave me alone. She clutched it tight, its familiar coldness a small anchor in a sea of terror. As the Jinn glided closer, his presence seemed to warp the very fabric of the room. A sudden, violent gust of wind howled outside, and the clap of thunder shook the old house to its foundations. Dust rained from the ceiling, and the small candle flame sputtered wildly. The Jinn's gaze fell upon the pendant in her hand, and for the first time, its calm, menacing expression twisted into something else: rage, and perhaps pain. The name of God, held within the silver, was a shield he could not breach. The Jinn let out an unearthly shriek, a sound of pure agony and fury that tore through the night. The very air around him seemed to combust, and his dark form dissolved into a column of black, acrid smoke that was quickly sucked out through the cracks in the walls. And then silence. A profound, absolute quiet. The shaking stopped. The wind died down. Zara collapsed to the dusty floor, the pendant still clutched in her hand, her body racked with sobs of terror and relief. As she lay there, a single, pure beam of morning light cut through a grimy window, illuminating the dust motes dancing in the air, heralding the end of the longest night of her life. Thank you so much for joining me on this chillin' journey. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more tales from the shadows. Stay safe and see you next time.